Hello again and welcome to my meeting of Paintaholics Anonymous. And these are all the colors that are in this particular video. And I'm going to try and tell you guys what they are. Here's some berry from Deco-Art Americana. That's a metallic. This is quinacridone magenta from Golden with iridescent pearl fine in it. This is a turquoise, could be anybody's, it's metallic. Here's a green gold from Folk-Art and a minty green which is now called emerald, both from Folk-Art color shifting. This is a color shifting turquoise. This is not made anymore. This is a deep iridescent turquoisey dark loveliness that we hope will be reproduced, and people are trying to reproduce the recipe. This is a purple flash from Folk-Art, also a color shift. This is a Venetian blue from Modern Masters. This is an Anita's Bahama blue. This is, I don't know, something I mixed. This lighter blue with metallics in it. Metallics coming from the Golden product, iridescent pearl fine. This is a Grumbacher Prussian blue. All my paints are mixed with the recipe below the video. Underneath, show more. When you open it up, you'll find the description. This is a this is a neon purple from Folk-Art. It's a multi-surface acrylic. This looks like more of the same Venetian blue. I guess I used it twice. That is a dioxazine purple that's probably from Hobby Lobby. This is anybody's orange, and anybody's orange with yellow in it makes Velveeta. Anybody's yellow, Dairy Lid probably. Although sometimes they call this color Dairy Lid. Something in between those two is probably Dairy Lid. The purple I think I mixed myself, but it could be anything. The neon pink I think is a Folk-Art. I usually use Artist Loft, but they haven't had it forever. This is another quinacridone magenta with less of anything added to it and more straight color. This is a Folk-Art color shifting orange, red orange, and it's got a wonderful pinkness to it. This is some old red. I think it might have been Anita's metallic. I haven't been able to find it lately. So, and this is my white. My white is half Artist Loft and half semi-gloss white paint from Color Place at Walmart. I am going to be adding some Deco-Art Americana 24 karat gold, probably some acrylic enamel, black, probably semi-gloss or gloss from Folk-Art, more of the same in a bigger bottle, and same thing, half Walmart Color Place black semi-gloss onyx with half Artist Loft. These are funnels. I'm going to use them. I'm going to try and configure my workspace so that I can use it without all my bottles being in the way. I'm going to take my colors. Oh, and in between every single color, I put a little bit of white, and I do mean a little bit. Just a squeeze. So I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start out by grabbing this 16 by 20 inch canvas. Never mind what that green looked like in there. And I'm going to go ahead and give myself the best way I can. I'm going to do my half and half, assuming that I have some white around here I can use. I guess I'll be using, I just emptied the big bottle into the little bottle, so I'll just use that in a minute. Now I want the edges of this canvas to be free of paint at this point in time, because I intend to be able to tip this. That's what needs to happen when you're using a funnel. And I haven't worked on anything this large. I don't know how this is going to work out. But thank you for joining me, and we'll find out together. I always feel like I'm capable of touching up my edges later, and I always fuss, but I took so much time telling you guys what colors those were to the best of my ability. I apologize if I didn't give you all the information that you wanted. You can always ask me questions, and I will do the best that I can to answer them in a timely manner and to the best of my ability. So this is my OXO omelet turning spatula, best paint spreading tool around. I just saw somebody in my Facebook group, Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group, bought all of the Princeton Artful Catalyst spatulas and 2 OXO spatulas, and she is so smart for buying 2, because it's really nice to be able to have a clean one when you want one. Alright, so I'm going to take that, and I'm going to wet my studio rag, which should have been wet already, which is nothing more than sweatshirt material, and I would show you, but I don't want to drip it over the canvas. I'm going to show you. Over there, see? Okay. Now, I'm going to try and make sure there's no paint left on there, even though I do have a spare spatula. This time, because I have bottle, I'm going to give myself a bead of paint right around the other paint. And I think that that is probably enough, and then maybe more than enough. So I'm just going to push my spatula toward that edge. With funnel pours, it's nice to have a puddle of paint, but I want to do my first funnel pour as an inversion, which means I need to have a fairly level layer that isn't going to drip when I flip my canvas over. Another good reason to have the edges free and clear. And once I get my funnel flipped, or my canvas, hopefully I can do this. I guess we'll find that out together too. I want all of the paint off my spatula, and I wouldn't mind some of it going over the side, but I gotta remember not to do that right now. Alright, I'm throwing that in the bucket, and I am going to grab whatever I feel like to start with. Alright, so I'm going to go for the blues. I'm going to put some gold in there because I can. And I overfilled my cupcake containers. They're silicone and they're a little flimsy. Alright, 2 down. I've got purples in this one with the green. That's a lot of colors. And what did I do with that? There's the enamel. Alright, so the enamel is a catalyst for making cells. And hopefully I can figure out what the heck I'm doing. There we go. I'm just going to take a chance. I'm going to find that balancing point and flip this puppy over. I did it! I did it! I did it! Alright, so now I'm going to use the gold that I have a big bottle of, and some of my blacks that I'm running out of, and maybe even some of that white. It's sort of like any kind of flip cup or a floating. It's like an open cup because it's got a hole in the bottom, but otherwise I like to spin them out in all directions. It would be really interesting if this were enough paint. Very interesting. Now my intention is fully, ooh, pretty, pretty inside the funnel. I'm going to take my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst mini blade spatula and just use all the rest of that paint right there. No matter what it's going to do, I'm going to expect it to do something I want as opposed to something I don't want. That didn't work, but that's okay. Alright, so my tools, my first funnel's in the bucket, but I have a second funnel, as you will notice. Maybe, just maybe, I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do and torch this first to release any cells and any air bubbles. Now, I like this second cup of paint here, but I want more magenta, and don't ask me why. I think it's going to be the golden one, and then I want to put some gold in that too. Some 24 karat gold. And what did I do with my smalt? There it is. Alright, so what I want to do is use some of my Anita's white metallic. Because I can. I really want some of that orange. I think I can get away with this. So I'm going to put some of that in. And some of this in. And I want to drop it up from high so it sort of mixes. And since we're in for a penny, in for a pound, let's just go for it. Who knows what's going to transpire now? If I stop and allow a good sized puddle to come out and I loop it, then I get completely different quantities of paint that are going to spread as I tilt. and I like that. Let's make sure I get to all the way to the end. Hopefully my head isn't blocking your view. Alright, so I've definitely got plenty of paint left. Not a ton in most of them, but one of them's got quite a bit. I'm going to wipe off my spatula in case I need it again. See if I can get some of these things a little bit out of my way. And look for an edge catcher. I know there's one right here, or right there, right here. That is not very big. Let me see if I can find a bigger edge catcher. That will probably work. All right. Never having done anything like this, this could be completely different. And no matter how fugly it looks to begin with, it really does not usually stay that way. And I hope that this is no exception to that rule. And I'm dripping. And I think what I want right now is my catcher tray. And I will put my edge catcher right in there. And then just scrape off whatever wants to come out. I kind of want to cover that edge right there. I can cover it with black later. I can sort of see that over there. I want that covered. I would like to be able to keep some of my negative space, and that may actually work out okay. We'll see in a minute. Hopefully you guys can see some of this. I gotta be diligent about keeping my paint moving where I want it to. Now, because I can, the name of my first book on my Amazon link, under the link tree, under the video, I'm going to add some gold and see how I feel about that. I like adding little squiggles and things. And I like that pink with all the other colors in it pretty much. Better than I thought I would for a second. Better than the other colors, actually. And I could use a basting brush. I could put chain in there. I could blow things around. When you use a straw, you reveal all kinds of colors. I may just want to keep this whole entire corner down on this side negative white space because I really like how that looks. Let's see if I can rest that right up on that tray. I don't know. That's kind of cool. Let's grab my edge catcher and see if this is going to fit here. Yeah, sort of, kind of. All right, let's hit it again with the torch real quick. And make some executive decisions. Now, really and truly, I like combining methods. So if I wanted to, it wouldn't be outlandish of me to think that I could grab the paint in this funnel, throw that into the bucket, scrape it off in my little container, and just pour. It's a because I can moment. And maybe not go all the way yet. Let's keep giving myself some place to put my paint. I like making different areas and zones and different textures inside an artwork. You know that about me if you watch me. Which reminds me, I have over 1,500 videos all organized on playlists by genre and topic. If you go to my channel and look for created playlists, you will find them there. That's pretty cool. I like that. So let's just do... I'm afraid I'm going to lose my negative space, to tell you the truth. But I've got a couple of minutes left. No, I've got 1:23 seconds left. So I should keep telling you whatever I'm going to tell you, which is thank you for sharing my videos. I really appreciate that. I'm going to let some of that just come right off of there before tipping it down. And I still reserve some paint. I don't know that I'm going to do a part 2. I do like that corner, and I can tip it until I get it to spread a little further, and I can always stick my fingers in and fill any gaps if I want to. I like the fact that the rest of the painting is not moving that much, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to take both of these and combine them. Do I have anything in there too? I do. Alright, so I love you guys. There's almost 90,000 of you. And I'm going to take a chance. Am I going to take a chance? I'm going to make a mess. I'm not going to do too much more, I don't think, but you can't trust me, and you know that. So I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys whatever I forgot to tell you, and I told you about the books. The first one is Volume 1 is Because I Can, and the second one is Unlimited Possibilities. I do sell my artwork, and I do give classes at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. And if you want to get in touch with me regarding either one of those things, my email address is right below the link tree, and you can find it. And if you contact me, I will get back to you as soon as I can. So that's pretty cool. I don't mind that at all. I kind of want some black though. Because I can. And that's the black enamel, and now I've got that, and I want some white. So I'm going to torch one more time, and whatever I do to this, you'll have a picture of it like this. I got a lot of brown going on down here. I'm kind of really thinking that I'm going to take a moment to scrape out my cupcake container, throw it in the bucket, and add a little more colorful area to that bottom. Everything's moving, but not so fast that I can't keep what I've got. I kind of want to swipe that. Right there. So I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Please check out what? Teespring clothing below the video has all over print leggings and all over print t-shirts. Yes, I am. I'm adding some text here and a few spirals, and it's not hurting my feelings at all. Just using my skewer and having some fun without even thinking about it. So this is a fun piece. That's basically what it is. It's just for fun. I needed some fun today, and I wanted to play with funnel pours. And where's my orange? Because I see that this is going to make me happy if I add a little bit more orange there. I did one of those tails I don't like to myself. So you guys, I think I said take care of each other and take care of yourselves. And I love you. And I mentioned the 1,500 videos. And if you shop my Amazon link, you'll find that Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas and the OXO omelet turning spatulas are there. If I can help you with anything, don't forget, I do answer your questions.